Welcome. It's time for Peace Yoga, and I am your instructor, Natalie Whitaker. I'm here to help you develop a renewed wellness and equip you with transforming skills to be your true and best self. You were divinely created with passion and purpose. So let's begin the next steps towards greatness together. Join me on the mat in a standing posture. Go ahead, lift your shoulders up, back, and down, and relax your eyes as we go through this guided meditation.
Welcome to Intention Yoga. To set an intention, bring your awareness to a quality or a virtue that you want to cultivate more of in your life. Perhaps you want to invite into your life more compassion, kindness, gratitude, grace, forgiveness, or love. Perhaps you want to be more present or mindful, or become better at letting go. Intention in the field of medicine is also referred to as the healing process of a wound. It's also known as stretching, purpose, new life path beyond our current situation. So I want you to start from where you are. Be mindful of your truths. Moving energy from one place to another. It can be resolving, healing, and deciding is step number one. With a goal, we actively work towards something. However, with an intention, it is intended to flow through our every word, thought, and deed. So taking intention off the mat, perhaps one of the most important yet difficult things to practice regarding intention is detaching from the outcome. Doing your best and letting go of the rest. We may not have control over others' actions or the world around us, but we can choose how we act and react to it. Once an intention is set, allow it to trickle through your day, throughout who you are, and notice the little changes that start to happen. And as for our practice with intention in our class, finding your true motivations and looking at them right in the face is sometimes the best way to reconnect with our practice and our life. How can you cultivate a life that is more in line with your truths deep down inside? Not what others want, but what God intended for you. You were made perfectly with a purpose.
Go ahead and just open your eyes, and let's just bring our hands to our heart, just really soaking in that intention, whatever it might be, big or small. Sometimes we're ready to bite off more and we can take on a goal for like the week or the month or the year. And other times we just seriously just need to focus on our attention for this very minute or this very practice. So wherever you are, just honor that. Touch your thumbs to your chest. Take a big breath in and out. And allow that breath to stay with you throughout today's whole practice. We'll begin with our hands beside us in mountain pose. Just lift your shoulders up, back, and down. Let's lift our arms right up to the sky, reaching for the sun. What a beautiful day. I'm not sure where you're at, but it's gorgeous here. We're gonna fold forward all the way down, touch the bottom of the mat, and then come into a half lift. Shoulders away from the ears, stretching the legs. And from here, I want you to go ahead and just bend your knees. Grab onto your knees, and then we're gonna do cat and cow in this position right here. So you're gonna round your back and then push your chest forward. So you're strengthening in your legs, and then you're stretching the top of the body. I know it looks weird, it may even feel a little weird, but it does not matter. Go ahead, fall into your forward fold, and take your half lift here again. go ahead and press your hands into the mat and step into plank or kneeling plank. We're gonna flow through our vinyasa, so you can bend your knees or keep them up. Come into a half push-up, chaturanga, elbows in tight, and then release into your cobra or upward facing dog. Go ahead, flip your toes under, downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath. Relax with every breath. Just breathe in that intention and settle into it. From here, look between the hands, step or hop to the front. Take your half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, so little bend in the knees, reach out and up. Come through your heart center, and let's flow through that Surya Namaskar one more time. Reach up for the heavens, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. And exhale all the way down into your half push-up or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing. 3 cycles of breath. Feel free to pedal out the legs. Move through turbo dog. Or you can just come up and down on the tippy toes. Whatever your body's calling for, give it to it now. And then we'll all meet by looking forward, stepping to the front, taking that half lift again. Relax into your forward fold, reverse swan dive, come through your heart, and just find rest here. Beautiful job. So we're gonna start today by reaching our hands back behind us. So I want you to point your hands down right at your tailbone. So it's just right in the small of your back, and it's pointing down. We're gonna push our elbows, open our chest. Feels really good along the front of the body. Breath in and out. And this time, see if you can flip your grip. So instead of your fingertips pointing down, see if you can flip them pointing up. So a little bit more of an intense stretch, and you're also gonna push your palms together. This is really gonna force your shoulders to open up. Feels really good. And then we'll go ahead, just let that go, shake the arms out. We're gonna come into a wide stance here, just outside of the mat. Interlock your fingers right at your tailbone. Go ahead, extend the arms straight. We're gonna come to a halfway point and stop. Check in, notice how you feel, what's going on with your body, and if it's ready to let you to release all the way fully. So release the top body and allow your hands to drop overhead. So a deep stretch for the fronts of the shoulders. And if you're anything like me and you like to double dip, double work, you can move your shoulders and your hips side to side so you get that inner thigh stretch at the same time. Beautiful work. So from here, allow your arms to drop down to the ground and just drop your knees in as well. So we're coming into all fours here. And we are gonna come up into stands on the knees, and we're gonna move into gate pose. So you're gonna extend your leg out to the side. Your toes can be pointing forward or sideways. You're gonna start to hinge over and reach to the side. Big breath in and out. On the exhale, see if you can reach a little further. Don't collapse into the leg all the way. Really lift up through utilizing the core. And then we're gonna open and look up at the sky. Breathe, breathe. Don't forget that most important part. And then we're gonna let it go. Come right back to center. Find your balance, get stabilized, and then move into that other side. And for some reason, one side is always a little tighter than the other. Anybody sore in this area? I am super sore. I love to be sore. It means I worked. That is one of the benefits of doing yoga, is I get the opportunity to stretch and give my body restoration from those hard workouts or from stress and tension. Open and look at the sky. Breath in and out. Beautiful. Go ahead and come right back to center. It feels really good out here in the sun. I don't know where you guys are, but in this moment, I want you to just take notice of your surroundings. Activate all of your senses. Let's take fists. We're gonna press them into our low back, and we're gonna press our hips forward and start to back bend. So you can let your head release out if you're comfortable with that. Tuck your elbows in tight. Beautiful. Let's take the gaze right back to center, and we're gonna just clasp our hands in front of us. We're gonna work on strength in the front part of our core. I say the front part of our core because a lot of people only focus on the front part of their core. They forget about this back. But today we are going to be focused here. So grasp just like you're holding a rope, or clasp the hands. Begin to hinge back. So squeeze the inner thighs, the knees, everything is engaged. The core is super tight. Our arms are working by reaching out. You can even reach up to add an added layer of intensity, but just hold and breathe. Remember, when it starts to get difficult, you've got to take your focus to breath and off of the work. Beautiful. Release that out. Come right back down into your all fours, and we'll move through cat and cow breath here. Give ourselves a little bit of a recovery moment. Breath in, belly drops out, then round the back. Look at your belly button. Nice tall spine. And repeat that cycle just about 2 more times. Shoulders away from the ears, then round and look at your belly button. Last one, look up, and exhale, round the back. All right, so we're gonna come to all fours. You guys have done spinal stability with me before, but we're gonna just have some fun with this, and we're gonna add a layer of intensity, a challenge. So you're gonna extend opposite arm, opposite leg. Breath in, exhale, set it down. Other side, inhale, reach out, lengthen, and set it down. One more time on each side, then we're gonna add that challenge. You can accept or deny. You do not have to say yes to these challenges. They're just fun, and they also give us an opportunity to find out if we're progressing. So take the arm out, engage the core, suck the belly button in tight. Now open to the side. Hold and breathe. If you fall out, no judgment. Just bring it back in or come right back into the posture. Failing is a part of the process. It's actually a good thing. Stretch long, open it to the side, little challenge. It's all shaking, and come back center and let that go. Rest in child's pose. Your choice, knees together or apart. Just rest. Let everything melt into the mat. If it feels good to wrap your arms behind you, you can do that as well. Big breath in and out. And then we're gonna just allow our arms to be active. So take your elbows off of the mat. Go ahead and tuck your toes under your body, and let's all come into downward facing dog here. Beautiful. Turbo dog, breath in, exhale tall. Breath in, and exhale it up. We're gonna lift a leg all the way to the sky. Bring it into your nose, knee to nose. Now extend it over to the side. The challenge here is to see, can you lift it off of the ground? Then send it right back up to the sky. Tuck it in tight, extend it out, bring it back, and lift it. Beautiful. Drop that down. Take a couple cycles of breath. You have the option here. You can stay right where you are in your downward facing, or you can take a break. Come to your knees, find child's pose, whatever you need, it's there for you. So we're gonna work on that other side. So we're gonna float the leg up to the sky. Bring the knees into the nose. Tuck, tuck. And then take it out on an exhale. Bring it right back in and send it tall. Lots of core strength. Take the layers you need and leave the rest. Remember, you have the option to sit it down. Bring it back in and lift it up. Beautiful. Rest in downward facing. Walk the hands and feet together. Hang out in my favorite position, forward fold. Hold the elbows. Sway from side to side. Or the other option is let your hands just dangle. And you can just kind of let your hands do what they want. You can sway, you can tuck them. But I want you to own the position. Find your max and then stay true to it, breathing through it. Good. So from here, we're gonna find monkey pose. Drop your hips down to the ground. Beautiful. Press your heels down towards the mat. Deep stretch for your calves. Feels really, really good. Beautiful. So I want you to see if you can slowly come up into chair position from here. If it's too much strain on your knees, go ahead, just take a stand, meet us in chair in a minute. So we're gonna just take our arms out in front of us. It's gonna require some balance, and we're slowly gonna start to lift. And then we're gonna lift the arms up, allow our heels to sink down to the mat. This is our chair pose. One of the most strengthening poses we have in yoga. Everything is literally working. The legs, the calves, the shoulders, the core, the back, the neck, everything's here working. And we're gonna begin to fly. So reach back, touch your chest to your legs, activate your triceps, and then exhale it up. Inhale, reach it back, activate your triceps, and lift it. Kind of like a skier, right? Just floating here. Just think of yourself being on a ski mountain in the sunshine, having fun. Breath in and out. And this last time, we're gonna go ahead, come to our heart center and twist. Elbow to the outside knee. Now push in with your top palm, open and fly. Breathe here. When it gets hard, focus on the breath, and we'll take it back center, and you get to release it out. Who's burning? Yes, I feel the sunshine on the outside, I feel the heat on the inside, it all is great. Isn't it such a gift to be able to move? That we have this option, that we have our breath, that we have sunshine. Just fill up with gratitude in this moment, and we're gonna work on that other side in our chair position. I want you to recapture your breath, extend your arms high, settle into your chair, squeeze your inner thighs together, ankles as well, and just find your breath. Settle into the posture, and let's begin to ski down that mountain again. Breath in, squeeze the triceps, exhale up. Inhale, squeeze the triceps, and let's do 2 more. Breath in, chest towards the thighs, exhale it out. Last one, reach it back. Sorry y'all, there's a bee on me. And lift it up. Go ahead, take your hands to your heart, and let's twist. Outside elbow, press in, and fly. Just like that airplane up there. I don't know if y'all can hear him at home. Open your chest, reach for the sky, come back center, and let's release it out. Shake it out. Nice burn, nice Nice job on letting that heat get created and focusing on your breath. So the good news is we've done standing work, we have done our flow. We're gonna take it down for some amazing stretches on the ground. So let's fan the arms up. Big breath in, scoop in all that greatness. Exhale any negativity out of your life. Lift up and slowly step back into kneeling plank. And we're actually just gonna allow our hip to come down, meet the ground, swing those legs out in front of us. We're gonna do some amazing forward folds. We're gonna work on your low back and the backs of your legs at the same time. So once you get acclimated and you find your spot, I want you to just lift your arms up on a breath in, and then exhale, reach forward and collapse down to the mat. Crown of the head towards the toes. I want you to try to grab onto your toes. If that's not possible, then grab onto the backs of your calves, or you can even take hold of your tights or your mat, whatever can give you some traction to pull yourself closer. So I want you to think lower and extension. So you want to be fully engaged forward first and then down. Now, flex your feet even more. Wherever you have grip, I want you to use your back muscles and pull away. So your heels may even lift off the mat. So pull away, round your back just like a cat. Your stretch is gonna move all the way up into your shoulders. It's hitting the lower back too. Now just shift left and right with breath. Now I know y'all have a tight spot back there. We all do. So once you find that tight spot, I want you to give it some love and attention. And as you continue to sway side to side, find that sweet spot and just hold. Give it some extra attention, pulling away. You get to pick here if you want to continue just swaying side to side, or if you want to hold in that one position, or you can switch it. Just really use your back muscles to pull into this stretch so it changes it from your legs to your back. Beautiful. Let's just release that out. And we're actually going to take our opposite hand to the outside of a foot. We're going to lift it up. Make sure your toes are flexed so the foot is straight up to the sky. Take it across the body. You're going to feel a deep activation all the way up to your hip, from your heel basically to your hip. The more you take it over, the more intense the stretch is. And then you can just open your chest. Make sure your back is tall and breathe through it. And as you're able to, just pull across the body more and more. And you can intensify this by looking away. The core is tight. Let's just pass that leg over, sit it down nice and gently. Give ourselves some self-love. Reach for that other leg, take it across the body. There's that activation, it happens immediately. Open your chest, back is tall, flexed foot, and breathe. Awesome job. Go ahead, take your foot and allow it to rest down on the ground nice and gently. So we're gonna just take this all the way back into a laying down posture. So we're going to be laying on our back. There's a lovely bee that just, he must love me. We're going to just put our arms out in front of us. See how slowly you can lay back. This is a fun little challenge that you can do better and better each time. Make sure your space is clear behind you so you don't hit anything, but slowly start to just release out. And then you can just let your head rest. And we're just gonna take our arms out into a T posture. We're gonna hug our legs into our chest. You can rock side to side, give yourself a little massage, and then let the legs just release fully all the way down. So a little, like a gentle twist here. And then if you want a little bit more, take the gaze away from the legs. And if you still need a little bit more, you can take one leg down to the bottom of the mat and let the other one just hang across. So eventually this leg will meet the ground. So if it's up here, it's totally fine. Just let gravity continue to work on that outside hip as you twist. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat and breathe. Allow the muscles to fully release. And then you can just bring your knees right back into your chest. Feel free to rock back and forth. Or when you're ready, just let those legs meet the ground all the way down. And take the gaze away from the legs. Deepen if you'd like. Both shoulders on the mat. And one other option is to tuck a pillow or a blanket underneath if you don't like it unsupported. But it's totally fine the way it is if you're okay with it. Now we'll just take those legs right back into the chest. And we're gonna prepare ourselves for bridge pose. And just so you guys can see me a little better, I'm gonna flip my body around so that you can see how I'm positioning my body. So my legs are bent, knees are up in the air, and then just walk your feet close to your bottom. Plant your hands into the ground, lift your hips up, and let the weight come into the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips high to the sky. Beautiful. Hold here, make sure you're breathing. And we're slowly start to push each vertebrae into the ground. And we're gonna just take one leg over for a figure 4 stretch. Reach through the legs, pull the legs close into the body. Awesome stretch for the outside hip. Make sure both feet are nice and flexed. And one of my favorite things to do after this posture, because it is one of those that almost makes you want to cry, it's pretty deep and intense, is I like to take the bottom of my foot and let it drop down to the ground. Kind of a little bit of a release, but also a stretch in a different area. It just feels like it gets the whole hip. So you can enjoy that stretch. Maybe float the knee up and down, see where you get the best stretch. Hang out there as long as you need, and then you can reset by just pulling those knees into the chest. And then we're gonna work on that other side. So we'll just drop the legs down, find our bridge, lift, weight in the shoulders, we're breathing here. Squeeze the inner thighs, lift the glutes. Challenge yourself, see how long you can hold this posture. We'll slowly release that out, one bone at a time, and then cross the leg over. Reach down, pull the legs in. Got an awesome view of 2 airplanes pretty much crisscrossing, and they're pretty low too, which is kind of fun. Out where I live next to an airport, so we get lots of planes flying overhead, which is really fun to watch. Go ahead, drop that leg down, and then remember your option to let the bottom of your foot meet the earth. Relax into the stretch, play around with it, find your sweet spot, enjoy, breathe, relax, be grateful. And let's just release it down. We're gonna go right into Shavasana from here, but you are welcome to find any posture that you need to end your practice today. but I'm going to give myself plenty of time here in Shavasana. I'm going to let go of any distractions. That's one of the main lessons that I learned right away in yoga, is no matter what is going on around us, we have the option to bring in what we need or let go of what we need in this very moment. So just let go of the distractions. Relax into your mat. Just allow your body to float effortlessly, like you're on a little puffy cloud in the sky. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. You can take your hands to your heart and just bow your head. And remember, where your energy flows is where the intention goes. And Chronicles 28:9 says, "The Lord searches all hearts and understands all the intent of every thought." And with that being said, let's take our hands up to our third eye, and we'll all bow to one another and say Namaste.